Hello everyone and welcome back to the Modelling a Room for UDK series. Now I've decided that we're going to create a game studio / office environment. So what I've done is I've gone and done a little bit of research and I found a few images that I like. So we've got, opening up in the right program would help. So we've got this one here, low res I know, but you sort of work it out. I kind of like how you've got the exposed brick walls and the trunking on the walls. That looks quite nice, as well as the specular floor. One sort of thing I'll try and go for. Okay, we've also got the next one, which is an empty office. So this is probably the sort of size I'm going to look at doing. Again, with these panels on the roof, which will be interesting to do. Shouldn't be too hard, but it'll be fun to do. And we also have this one. I kind of like the desks, so we'll see if we can make some of them. I can't see that being much of a challenge to do. Making the computers as well, we'll do that. Obviously, I probably won't make them at the moment. I'm pretty good at the main furniture. But if you'd like to know how to make those, I could always do a tutorial in the future. Okay, so I'm going to hop over into Photoshop, which you can get a free trial of if you just head to the Davies website. I'm just going to make a new file. Now, I'm not actually going to use this as a reference image inside of 3ds Max. It's just so I have like a layout that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to, because it's for my own use, I'm just going to make a 2000 by 2000 document. So I can sort of, what I want to check is that when I draw it, it's smooth. So I'm going to go ahead. I like working black on white, white on black even. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the background in with black, preferably at 100% opacity. Okay, so I'm just going to name this layer background. And I'm going to name the next layer. This one's going to be walls. Also, remember you can do this in any other editing program. I just find the Photoshop's the easiest one to use. Alright, so I'm going to be using the pen tool for this. So I'm going to go ahead and start just drawing out my room structure. I'm just doing this sort of, just by thinking about it. I'm holding shift to constrain angles as well. If you hold shift, you'll get nice angles. And also, you can move these around. This way, clicking on them, holding control and clicking on them. Kind of like that, so I'm just going to edit this path first, just to make this a bit straighter. If you have a graphics tablet, use it. It's just I'm not, because I'm too lazy to go and pick it up. And you want to make a selection of this, and you're going to want to hit Control-Shift-I to actually get the right selection. And I'm just using the arrow keys here with the move tool. Sorry, I mean with the selection tool, just to move the selection around. You can pick it up. Just to put it in the center. I'm going to go ahead and edit stroke, and I'm going to put this as white, 5 pixels. So I've got a nice little outline of the walls there. Okay, so what I'm going to do as well is give this a sort of, it's a bit like maths in school, because it's a square room, so I'm going to write some white text. And at the bottom here, I'm going to say this is 100. I'm going to put this on Arial. 100 units or whatever. Probably won't be 100 units, probably more like 800, but it's more like percentage really, just to know my sort of dimensions. And this one is not going to be 100. This is going to be 90, not 900. And this one will be 10. Clips to the corner. Just to move them around like that, I'm going to the move tool, holding Alt and click dragging. So this one's going to be 30, well, kind of like 33%. So basically, whatever units I decide to use for this wall, I can then scale the other walls accordingly to that size. And that 33, and so really that's 11. Okay, so now we've got that wall structure set out, I'm going to put it on my other screen, and I know you're not going to like the fact that I'm going to do that, so I'll make this easy for you. I'm going to make the image smaller, and I'm going to just fit it on my screen, and go ahead and save. What's the wrong folder? Office floor plan. So I'm going to save a JPEG copy as well. Okay, so we now have this floor plan which we can work to. Alright, so I'm going to head into Max, and I'm going to just sort this out, and then we can get going. So you want to click in top viewport, press Alt B, click Files, and we're going to go to that folder again. Go to Office Floor Plan. Okay. Match bitmap aspect ratio. Press OK. Now, what I'm going to do, to press Alt W, you can sort of switch between big screen and little screen. I'm going to just getting the size of the grid right. So I'd say about that sort of size. That's good. Okay. Then hit Alt B and click Lock Zoom and Pan. Now you can see that when I zoom out, it's sort of to quite a big scale there. So I can see that I'm just going to make a line from these two corners to see how long that is. Actually, it's actually a ruler tool, isn't it? Measure, sorry. I haven't used that. I'll leave that alone. So I'm going to make a line. And just look where these points are in the world. So this one is at 347x. This one at minus 352. So if we add those together, 352 plus 347. So we know that, I'm going to call that 700. The room is 700 units wide, which is not that wide. So that will be a good scale, a good flat scale to put into UDK because it's a round number. But what I will do is, in UDK, I probably will like 10 times scale it, or maybe scale it slightly lower than that, just so that I can make it a scale which fits into UDK, and then we can just upscale it in UDK, which you don't lose any quality, it makes it bigger. It looks fine, don't worry. Alright, so there we go. So that's that set up, and then in the next tutorial we will start blocking this out and start making the room. So please look forward to that. I know I am.